Hello, good evening. You are welcome. Meet with the teacher and the learn from Edukea Tanzania. Here you will be with me in English language session, particularly for English medium schools standard 5. So here we have to start our first unit. That is the first area I would like to welcome you as standard 5 pupils for that session. So our first unit, that is unit 1, is about the family garden. So here now, obviously all of you you know the meaning of garden. Family is so known. Again, even garden, the same, it is the same applied. We all know the meaning of garden. Since at our home we have that, or we have this, and family is all about parents, children, those relatives, and other people who are living together with the bloody related, and in other ways, that is family. So in here we have to be able to learn or to conduct the following activities. Our first activity is to read and answer questions on a passage about the family garden. So after reading this unit, we will be able to answer, first to read and answer the questions on the passage about the family garden. So here we will have the passage, and once we read it, we have to be able to answer the questions about the passage, particularly family garden. Other objective is to pronounce and use vocabulary found in the passage. So after reading this, this our passage, we have to be able to pronounce and use different vocabularies related to our passage. Also, we have to express ongoing activities. Since in our passage we will meet with these ongoing activities. So after reading our passage, we have to be able to express ourselves about ongoing activities. Also, we have to express habitual actions in the present. We have to express those routine activities in the present. Again, we have to be able to ask and answer questions on ongoing actions or ongoing activities. On other simple language, we call it present continuous tense or activities. Again, we have to be able to ask and answer questions on actions that happen regularly, or this is the habitual activities. So after reading our passage, we have to be able to ask and answer questions on actions that happen regularly. Again, we have to write a short paragraph, and this paragraph obviously it have to be in regular time or activities as well as ongoing activities. So you are mostly welcome to have our discussion based on the family garden. But before reading our passage, hereby we have these pictures. We have that mother, and this one is the father, and this is the son. So this obviously the meaning of garden. It is a picture that reflects garden. So here this garden is about for vegetables. So here son is watering the vegetables, and the parents are cultivating, and I see mother is harvesting so that life can go on. So this is our passage. So our passage is as follows. Bilingi lives with his parents in a small village called Terat. Their house is on the top of a small hill. It is a beautiful place with many trees and that provide fresh air throughout the year. There is a river which is very close to their farm, and it is called Naura. So Bilingi's parents are farmers. They are farmers. As we saw at our picture, they grow various kinds of vegetables such as carrots, onions, cucumbers, green peppers, cabbages, and spinach. They also grow fruits such as oranges, mangoes, and apricots. So every morning during the holidays, Bilingi and his parents go to the river to fetch water for watering the garden. They also apply manure in their garden to enable vegetables to grow well and fast, as we saw at our pictures. So we saw Bilingi, his father and his mother, who are farmers. Yes. So the garden looks attractive, as we saw, and the vegetables and the fruits are now ready for harvest. The family uses some of them for food and sells the surplus. That's to say, those vegetables are divided into two categories. The first category is used for food, and the other, that is the surplus, is used for selling or sales. So in their village there is a market called Twende Pamoja. Bilingi and his parents take their fruits and vegetables there. So after harvesting, the surplus are taken to the market that is called Twende Pamoja. And at the market they put a price list on one side of their products so that the customers will see them and buy those products. So people in the village like their farm produce since they are good looking, and Bilingi and his parents get a lot of money after selling those products, and they use the money to buy foodstuffs such as rice, meat, cooking oil, salt, and sugar. They also buy clothes. Bilingi and his parents are very happy. So they are very happy since they get money so that they can afford to get those basic needs. As we saw, they use those money to buy foodstuffs, so they get one of the important basic needs, that is food. As we saw, they use those money to buy foodstuffs such as rice, meat. Again, they use those money to buy clothes as another element or another basic need for human life. So this is our story or our passage about the family. family garden. So then after having this passage, we will have different activities based on what we have read or discussed. So hereby we have number, we have this price list, we have the first chart, that is the number, the second column, that is the items, the third one, that is the unit, and the other, that is the unit price in TZ shillings or Tanzania shillings. For example, the first item or item 1 is tomatoes. So tomatoes per kilogram is sold in this price. Carrots per kilogram, this price. Onions per kilogram, this price. Green peppers per kilogram, this price. And the other products. So this is how they sell their product. So we can see they get a lot of money from the simple task that they are making. They have prepared their own garden. It is a simple family garden, but they get a lot of money. So I would like to advise you pupils to prepare that garden so that we can get foodstuffs for our family, even money, as how Biling and his parents make to do. And these are some of the products that they make to sell. What is this? This one, as you can see, this, and this. So from our tables or from our chart that we have checked previously, these are their pictures. So I think we know them. For example, this one, onions, orange fruits are there. Carrots, as we can see them, and other products. So after having our discussion, we have now to answer those questions that are asked. So questions. Question 1, where do Biling and his parents live from our passage? Where do they live? So once we make follow-up of our passage, then we will be able to answer them correctly. Question 2, where is the family house built? Where is their house family built? Question 3, what do Biling's parents do? What are they doing? Question 4, what kind of vegetables do they grow? So as we saw, they grow different vegetables. So what kind of them? Other question, where do they fetch water from? So we have to answer from our passage. Where do they fetch that water? How does the family make money? That is question 6. So we read at our passage, how do they make money? How do they spend their money? That is question 7. How do they spend? I think we have read at our passage, and we know how do they spend their money. And the last question, but not least, what is the price of 1 kilogram of green peppers? So the pictures are there on the top, and even through our table, we will be able to answer this question. So please, you may make this exercise 1 so that we will be able to understand our passage and be together for our session. And other questions. Hereby we have pictures of different activities. So our exercise is we have to look at the pictures and tell us a story, a short story about them. So we have to look at them, at these pictures, so that we tell the short story about them. For example, picture number 1. So we have to narrate the short story. What is he doing? Picture number 2. The same. What is he doing? Picture number 3 as well as number 4. But simply these can be stages. Stages that being make in that garden making. And this is the last stage, as I said. So we have the first, second, third, fourth, and the last. So you have the second exercise that you have to select words from the box to complete the sentences that follow. Word 1 is manure, fresh fruits and vegetables, fetch, watering, supply, source, foodstuffs, price, and attractive. For example, question 1. He used to dash water after school hours. So you have to select the correct answer from that or from this that we have provided. Anything more than you need is, so you have to select the correct answer. Trees are a good dash of fresh air on our environment. Question 4. Growing dash is a good source of money in families. 5. They use dash in the garden to make vegetables grow well. Question 6. Family members are dash the garden now. 7. Flour, sugar, rice, and the beans are dash. 8. The dash of one piece of copper is 100,000. 9. The garden looks dash. And 10th. Dash is very important to our health. So what is important to our health according to our passage? So you have to answer them. Exercise 4. We have to use the correct form of the verb to fill in the blanks. And 1. Billy dash walk in the garden during the holidays, as we saw at our passage. And obviously this is it is habitual activities. It dash rain every weekend. So you can see the word every. What does it identify? They dash live in a small village called Terat. Number 4. He dash cook potatoes every day. And the 5, they dash go to the river every morning. So this is the other exercise, and through this we will be able to use or to compose the sentences of simple present tense. We have also to change the following sentences into the negative form. And I think we know how negative forms are formed or are made. We normally form the negative of the sentence by adding not in between auxiliary verb and the main verb or other constituents of a sentence. For example, we have that sentence that is, it is a beautiful place. It is a beautiful place. But in negating this sentence now, our answer is, it is not a beautiful place. It is not the beautiful place. So the incidence of adding this not now changed the sentence from being positive to negative. That is to say, we have negated our sentence from being positive to negative. Now we have to change them as follows. Sentence 1, the vegetables and the fruits are ready to harvest. So we have to change this into negative. Number 2, the house is on the top of a hill. Number 3, his parents are farmers. So we have to negate them or to change this sentence into negative form. Number 4, there is a market in their village. And the 5, their garden is attractive. Then after, we have now to learn a little bit about questions or interrogative form. How to change these sentences into questions or interrogative form. So here we have an exercise that will make us be able to change them or to change these sentences. Anyway, we have given our example here, that is, it is a beautiful place. So dear students, or pupils, in questions, we normally make a sentence into question by starting with auxiliary verb in sentence initial position. That is to say, we start auxiliary in a sentence initial position or at the beginning of the sentence. So here we make the movement between subject place or position and auxiliary verb position. For example, here we have our subject, that is it, followed by auxiliary verb is, then followed by a beautiful place. So in making it into questions now, we have started with auxiliary is, followed by subject, that is it. Then our sentence reads, is it a beautiful place? Is it a beautiful place? So this is how we can use to make the sentence into questions. So these are followed sentences. Sentence 1, the vegetable looks attractive. Number 2, vegetables and the fruits are ready to harvest. Number 3, the house is on the top of a hill. And 4, Bilingi's parents are farmers. And the last, there is a market called Twende Pamoja in their village. Then we have this activity that we have to make. So activity is, we have to look at the following pictures and complete the sentences that follow. So Biling is dash a bucket. We can see the picture, then you have to put the correct answer here. Then he is dash his bucket with water from the river. As you see, this is the river and this is the bucket. So what is he doing here? Then we put as our answer. And number 3, Biling is dash back of the garden from the river. What is he doing here? And number 4, Biling is dash the garden. And number 5, Biling dash watering the flower. And the last but not least, Biling's parents are dash home. His father is carrying a, what is he carried? And his mother is carrying a dash full of wool. And this is the end of our session for now. So thank you for this session. Let us meet the next lesson.